Everybody's got these provisions written down. Where have we seen these before? Our Bill of Rights. Exactly where we got those from. Because remember, our founding fathers were British. They weren't creating something new either. They're taking their heritage that they understood, that they had as natural-born Englishmen. We haven't even talked about natural law. We will when we get to the Declaration, though. I'll tie all this together to show you that these are not rights by men or given to men by men. Or another way to say it, these are not rights that came from the government. And that's very critical for you to understand. Because if government gives you these rights, what can they also do? Government being your lawmakers. Take them away anytime they want.
That's why when I hear about gun control, I'm like, you realize criminals aren't going to follow those laws.
Exactly. And so all you do, and this is the argument for leaving that's anti-gun control measures, is you leave the good people without any other means of protecting themselves, which goes back to that right here. Why did our founding fathers, these ancient leaders, want the provision for firearm ownership? So they could protect themselves. Again, it was not about hunting, and they weren't worried about the deer uprising. With the writing and the codifying of the English Bill of Rights, it formally transforms the English government into a parliamentary monarchy. Again, this transformation occurs without a civil war, without a kinetic provision of a civil war. It was a civil war, but they were able to accomplish this without going to kinetic means. In other words, shooting. So these 4 liberty documents, this is the 4th one, gives us the foundation of what we today call American liberties. You can see they truly are not American liberties. They are clearly, looking back in history, are English liberties. That's why you will see, our founding fathers being so outraged, and they really show this well in the movie we're going to watch. How dare Parliament, or how dare the King, invade our English rights? These were very critical, especially for those who ended up moving to the New World, establishing colonies, operating under this principle, and then to have a foreign government who's never even been over here, after 150 years, start telling them something different. Again, I've already kind of started talking about this. By the end of the Glorious Revolution, there's already 8 colonies here. They know what's going on. Many of them are coming here because of what's happening in England. They understand what the king has already agreed to. It's not that he agreed to, he's recognizing formally that they have these natural rights. And out of natural rights, we're going to talk exactly what that is here in just a little bit. But out of these natural rights, they get what they refer to as their natural-born English rights. But by the 1760s, things really turned south. You'll notice in British history, about every 150 years, British history and then by extension U.S. history, about every 150 years there's another crisis that ends up climaxing with typically kinetic action and a new recognition of rights. So Here, we're getting ready to see the American Revolution, and then 150 years, roughly, we have the American Civil War. Except this time, with the American Civil War, when we get there, you'll see that it did not turn out as it did in the past. It's called attention getter, Brett. Give you just enough to spark your interest for what's coming in the future. By the way, I think Thursday will be our test.